Mike, are we on G-ball time? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Maybe. Uh, that was too funny. Hold on. There. I pulled myself up on YouTube, so there's that echo. Sorry. Um, yeah. So, how's everybody's week gone? Uh, it's for me. It's been crazy, but not crazy. Actually, kind of boring. Yeah, mostly boring. Hmm. Yeah, mostly boring. Just typical routine stuff. But next week, I am headed up to the North Georgia mountains, and I am with the family. All of us are going. Um, and it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be fun for a whole week. No work. Well, actually, technically, I'm working early Monday morning, a very short work shift, like 4.5 hours, and then I'll be making the 6 hour drive with everyone in the car with me. Trailer of gear and clothing and room for souvenirs and shit in tow. So yeah, I'll have my little Harbor Freight 4 foot by 40 inch, yeah, 40 by 48 inch, something like that trailer. My little tiny gray one. I got videos up on that on the channel. If you're wanting to look at small trailers for, I mean, for me, it's this trailer gets used the most as my camping gear hauling trailer and family trip, road trip trailer. That's for the most part what it gets used for. Occasionally, like once or twice a year, I'm going and gathering some wood. You know, somebody cut down a tree and is giving away the free wood for firewood. I usually do that once with it, and then in the springtime, take it to go get bags of mulch for all the beds, all the mulch flower beds, um, and any other spring flowery stuff or rocks or whatever. Whatever. I mean, it usually gets used at that point in time too. Um, Otherwise, for the most part, the trailer is our activities, trips, camping, hauling, cargo trailer, because we are a whole bunch of kids, wife and I, and the big, big. No, he's not that big of a dog. He's a half lab, half boxer. Zorro. Yeah, he's just under 60 pounds, so he's not that big of a dog. The boxer in him kind of kept him small, where the lab he would have probably had at least another 30 pounds on him. But yeah, so we usually in the big SUV, we're all crammed into there, and there's really not much room at all for luggage. And I kind of like, and with that many of us, plus the dog's crate, and other things, cooler, whatnot, the luggage carriers that plug into your cargo hitch, uh, it's just not quite enough for us. And I just like having a little bit of extra room for souvenirs or anything we might bring home with us that we didn't bring up there or to the destination. So yeah, the little trailer's nice, and I got a couple of videos on the channel about the decision making process and getting one and which one to get and where you'll save your money, that kind of get your best value, that kind of thing. Um, and then I also did the second video on the small trailer is about it's like a Q&A where I had a good number of like 4 or 5 solid questions that kept getting repeated about my trailer and about the add-on parts, the stuff that I did for it. So I did a Q&A video answering all that and giving all that slightly more detailed information. So if you're interested in trailers, check them out. And that's enough of trailers. Let's talk about knives. Let's talk about knives. First off, hold on. The Apache case is 90% decorated. I don't have that many stickers. Like I said in my last live or the live before, I was dedicating this Apache 3800 size case towards knife storage, traveling, and EDC gear, what have you. I just wanted a dedicated case that was going to be mostly empty most of the time, but be available to pack all that stuff and plenty of it to take with me. So I said in the live that I was going to dedicate channel stickers. Minus, I know this is not a channel sticker. This is the EMP EDC. But since he's pretty much a one-man show star, and that's his sticker, his design. So it is what it is. So, but I got Tri-State and I got Zach stuff, and then the sides are all done up. So on one side I got Ionan's Edge, Big Red EDC, and KC with his Knives Fast. I didn't throw Tempest Knives on there again because it's channels, not. There's Grumpy's. Grumpy set me up with his, and then on the other side, this is the infamous trio, the Mannisfaction sticker, which I finally got one after begging, and you know what? It wasn't even Maddie that hooked me up with it. Guess who hooked me up with it? Gonzo. Gonzo hooked me up with it in the giveaway that he did with their new knife website storefront. So they were doing that live, and so I won that giveaway and got me a Mannisfaction sticker. So what? The elusive Mannisfaction sticker. And then like I said, Stevie, of course, and the EDC Roundtable sticker. I know it's not an actual channel, but it kind of fits there with these two fellas stickers very nicely, and just kind of finishes off that side of the box, and I like it a lot. So there's that. And then on the other side of the handle, I have Gonzo's. Thank you very much again, Gonzo, and Javon's. So yeah, they're there. So I need a handful more because I know there's a handful more channels that have cool stickers. I need them. There's room on the case. I need them. Please. But yeah, so yeah, that's great. That's great. I love that I can dedicate one case towards that stuff, that's for moving that stuff when I need to move that stuff, and it be decked out with all my channel stickers from all my YouTube friends in the community. But anyways, so y'all are all saying hey to everybody. Dopey's here. NFK 20's here. Crispy Critter, what's up? Zach Attack, sweet. Hey, man. Thanks for joining. Of course, Robert dropped in way early. But that's why I was a handful of minutes late, was because I was trying to get those last stickers. Some of those stickers, I'd struggle because I have like no fingernails. So yeah, that shit, that sucks. There were a couple of them now I was getting frustrated with. I was like, God, can't get it. So but eventually got to them. So yeah, next week we're going to the mountains for most of the week for 4th of July. Rented an Airbnb cabin. Beautiful house, and the dude that owns the place, who stays there for a couple weeks every month, I'm not gonna blast his name or anything, but he's been really cool with giving us all that information, like what do you have a grill that we can use that's in good shape if I want to do some hamburgers and hot dogs things. He gave me that information, told me that, yeah, he's got one of the pellet smoker grills just like I have, so that's awesome. And he's like, and I even got pellets and utensils, everything's there for you if you want to do that. And I was like, sweet, awesome. You know, how many people give you that info? He also, I mean, my wife had a handful of questions, and he answered them fully, completely, and quickly, and that was really, really great. So very happy, very excited for that. We're gonna have so much fun. Get to see some of the really cool places. So I will do a live during the week. I don't know if I'm gonna try to. It's probably. Fuck. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no flipping idea what day would be the best day to do it. I'm gonna have to look at the calendar for everybody else's channels, what time they're doing lives, and figure out when would be the best time to squeeze in between some people and not overlap too terribly, and give y'all a live from the cabin that we're staying at with fire. With a fire pit. Yeah, I'll throw. I got a portable fire ring thing that I can set up on his back deck, and underneath a rubber mat that I lay into the bottom of my travel trailer that I bring. So I'll pull that out, lay that on his back deck, so that way, if any ash or any possible embers, nothing's going to touch his deck. It's just a small little fire pit, like 21 and a half inches in diameter. It's not very big, so but it's plenty, and nice to be able to set it up and do that in a convenient spot. So yeah, we'll do a little marshmallow roasting. I'll show you my roasting skills and how I do it the best way. In fact, you know what? Fuck, I don't know how to do a poll. How do you do a poll in here? Matisfaction, I need you. Maddie, where are you? I need somebody who knows how to do polls with freaking StreamYard. I don't know how to do that, or if I have even the ability to do that. I have not researched on how to do that. But since there's not too many of you, I think we can get away with just figuring out the majority. Do you like to roast your marshmallow just a little bit and have it just a little bit poofy, no coloring? Do you like a nice fluffy golden browned, just slightly golden browned massive marshmallow? Or do you like to burn them? Do you like to just straight up get a nice dark burnt crispy outside with your little soft squishy nougaty middle? No. Which way do you like your marshmallow? Do you go on the low, on the undercooked, the nicely well-roundedly cooked, or the let's burn this shit because I want to eat it? What is everybody's favorite roasted marshmallow? Go. Let me see. I'm curious. But yeah. So y'all tell me in the chat which way you like your marshmallow done. And I'm gonna pull out some knives for today's main topic discussion. But let me know how you prefer your marshmallow, or if you don't flipping care. Or if you've never roasted a marshmallow. Is anybody in the chat never roasted a marshmallow over a typical standard campfire? Camping type campfire. As everybody's done that, right? Because, imagine the people who have not been fortunate enough to experience that. Never. There's some people that, live in downtown New York City, New York, and never venture outside the insanely overpopulated urban wilderness of a massive city. And so the best they've done is over a little stove in the kitchen. Imagine somebody like who's lived their full life like that and never experienced camping and roasting a marshmallow over a campfire. Like what they're missing out, the experience that is. Because it is, I cannot imagine roasting a marshmallow over the kitchen stove. I just if that's what you got to do because it's, you got a whole week and a half of solid rain and you're never going to get outside, or if you're in such a big city that there is no doing anything like that outside, and you're just craving a roasted marshmallow, I guess, but like, ugh, that's gotta suck. So, well, I got a few more for said discussion. The discussion, if y'all want to start thinking about that, as I pull out all my crap. The discussion is about with knives, fixed blades or folders, just knives. Period. I got my Kaiser hat on today. No cowboy hat. Sorry. I just not feeling the cowboy hat today. Shame, right? Shame. I will bring the cowboy hat on the trip next week, and I will wear the cowboy hat for our 4th of July live, my celebration live. But anyways, today's discussion, which got brought up in somebody's live yesterday or the night before, I don't remember. Let's see what everybody's, before we get into it, let's see what everybody says. Robert likes it burnt. Like, I like problems only. Okay, man. That's funny. Dopey is sensitive with his marshmallows. He's super gentle to his marshmallows. He lightly toasts them, then pulls the skin off to do it again. Oh, that's like Dopey's horror film, mini film of short film of marshmallow torture. You animate Dopey's marshmallows and just show Dopey freaking layering them like a goddamn onion. Just, let's toast you, pull off your skin that we toasted, and toast you again, motherfucker. That's funny. You really do that, Dopey? You really do that all the time. Like every time you roast marshmallow, that's your regime. That's funny. Damn. I've never known anybody to do that. I've heard of it, but I've just not known anybody. Yes, that's what I was saying, Mike, in my rambling. The stove works in a pinch, but it's not the same. Ed Harrison, what's up? So, thanks for stopping by. Zach, my wife makes me burn them with my torch. Then we go camping a lot, but she makes s'mores with Reese's cups like daily. You spoiled. You little sweet spoiled son of a gun. Yes, Ed is in the house. Who does not love Ed? You have to love Ed. He is such a cool guy. It was really cool to meet him and talk to him at Blade Show, and how he just drops in just about it. Tries to make it into everybody's chats as much as he can. He's a busy guy with how much presence he provides to our little world. But oh, hey, P&W. How you doing? There's Maddie. Maddie. Did you see? Ta-da! I got one. Look, Maddie, I got your sticker. No thanks to you. Gonzo hooked me up with it. Gonzo is the man that hooked me up with the Mattisfaction sticker. So, ha! You failed me, man. Maddie, I'm ashamed of you. Naughty. You got to get better at shipping stuff out faster. Ugh. But so the plan, the conversation for today is knives. With knives, which ones? How do you define or differentiate your pocket treasures or pocket jewelry type knives versus your hard users versus your light users? Like, where is the mentality for everybody with that one? It's got to be just like, a very, very broad spectrum. Yeah. Or does everybody kind of got it pinpointed very similar to one another? I'm going to share my view on it and go through, a handful of my knives and how I make that decision for myself. But yeah, if y'all want to, add some things, your own views on it as I go through mine, please do. Yeah. Retorch should be retoast. Oh, and with whatever comment you. Here we go. Let's see. If you roast it right, the outer toasted shell will be pulled straight off, allowing you to eat the crunchy goodness. Then retorts or resorts, or what did he say? To should be retoast. Your spelling corrector took whatever you tried to do with retoast, it changed it to retorts. How were you trying to spell retoast? Are you okay? I'm just messing with you, David. Who is this person? Do I know? I don't think I know Autumn. Autumn wind. Okay. How you doing? I don't know if I've ever seen you in any of the chats of the lives that I watch. But all right. So let's get into it. With folders. Well, let's go ahead and cover fixed blades. For me, period. Fixed blades are users. For me, because of the fact that I have yet to bother to purchase or want to purchase a fixed blade that is like $500 or more, like crazy expensive, because I've always viewed fixed blades, whether it's little EDC fixed blades, neck knife type fixed blades to, machetes or whatever. I've never had one. Always had the mentality that with those, they are 100% tools. They should be and will be, and there's no reason not to use them as they're intended for whatever design that they are intended for, in its full capacity. Like, I've never not purchased a fixed blade that I did not have that mindset with it. Like, I'm always going to use this as it's designed to be intended to be used as a fixed blade. But with certain outdoorsy slash survival fixed blades, yeah. If I want a baton with one, with reasonable sized wood to the size of the blade, I mean, I think it's a little nuts to go and try to baton a 9-inch diameter log with a 7-inch length bladed knife. Like, that just doesn't make sense. If it's 9-inch diameter log, I want at least a 10-inch long bladed fixed blade, very large fixed blade to go between that. So, but yeah, no. Anyways, going too far into the fixed blades, but that's how I see it with fixed blades. I don't have any Gucci looking fixed blades. I don't have anything that's $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 fixed blades. If I did, it would probably be a very, very nice kitchen knife. And yeah, in order to get a super high edge retention stainless steel kitchen knife that I can cut everything, that's got at least a 9 to 11-inch blade on it, so I can use it to cut everything from my brisket to to chicken breast or whatever, vegetables, whatever. I would love to eventually one day get to the point of being totally content and desire to spend $500 or $600 on a dedicated super slicey kitchen knife. I will get there within probably the next 5 or 6 years. But for now, I don't have anything like that. Most of my fixed blades are everyday carry fixed blades or outdoorsy, camping, bushcrafting, backpacking fixed blades. So with folders, we can start off. I just mentally decided to start off with talking about your hard users. For me, the Tempest Pinion is a hard user for everyday stuff, not something that I'm going to be doing a shit ton of feather sticking or trying to hack through twigs perpendicularly to the wood. I'm not going to use it for that kind of hard stuff, but I'm going to use it to destroy boxes and cut zip ties and cut straws, whatever, plastic, open plastic packaging. I'm going to use this for all of that stuff that's done on a daily basis. Some people, is whether it's because it's your budget or because you're just new to going into things that are not, $20 to $30 knives, but in that $50 to $100 price range, this might be something that at first you do not see as a heavy user because it's possibly your absolute nicest knife that you own or the one that you spend the most money on. So like those two factors kind of match up to as a deciding factor. And for you, is it going to be a harder use knife, or are you going to baby it a little bit, or is it just a safe queen, treasure queen? For some people, an $80, $90 knife might be one of those knives that, for a while stays as a safe queen, stays as a super, super gentle user, which is borderline safe queen, right? Safe queen is something that you only pull out to show and tell with, and just demonstrate maybe here and there that it can cut through a piece of phone book paper, right? But you're not going to go to town with it on cardboard. That's usually what most of us view safe queens as being. So yeah, with that said, my Spartan Harsey that cost well over $500, is this a safe queen? For a lot of people, this might be a safe queen for quite a while, because spending that much, having an intricate patterned design on the handle, or something that you normally don't typically carry on a daily basis, this might be your safe queen for quite a while. For me, it's a very gentle, light user for the most part, but occasional hard user when the time calls for it. Normally, I carry two knives with me every damn day if I leave the house or if I'm all over the house doing stuff. I've got a knife in my pocket, and if I don't have at least one, I definitely have two. Especially if I leave the house, I'm 90% of the time going to have two knives on me. One that might possibly be something that is more of a safe queen type light user. So technically, by our definitions, this is for me a gentle light user for 90% of the time. The handful of times over the next 2 to 3 years that I will end up using this to cut something like thick cardboard or zip tie or a couple of nasty zip ties, and it might get some mild surface scratches on the blade, it will become more of a normal user. The more imperfections or battle scars that it receives, it starts to lose its safe queenness appreciation and develop more into a regular user appreciation. And again, I say appreciation. Every single knife that I have and will ever get, I will have a chunk of appreciation for it that differs ever so slightly based off of whether or not it's a $500 to $700 knife or a $20 to $100 knife. Um, I having spent only $30 on the EDC or whatever night horse, the night horse here. Spent $30 on it. And what did I do? I went out in the backyard and I threw it against the fence a whole shit ton of times for several hours. Just because when I first handled it, I really appreciated the balance in the weight and the curve, the profile of it, and I was like, you know what? I bet I could throw this pretty darn well. Just like the way the balance is and the way the shape of it is, it's just I could throw this, and so I threw it, and I was like, you know what? I should include that in the video that you can throw this. And stick it repeatedly if you have even mildly have some knife throwing skills. That it can be done with it. You're just going to, of course, probably like I did with mine, shorten the blade length, break the tip off at some point in time, depending on what you're throwing it at. So this blade's been reprofiled because of that. But I only spent $30 on this knife, and I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of joy in the 3 to 4 hours that I was in having a blast throwing this thing, like it was a fixed blade throwing knife. Definitely had that little bit of Crocodile Dundee feeling. And for me, for the 3 to 4 hours, that itself was worth the $30 that I paid for the thing. So it's like, and I still have a really nice knife with an interesting profile blade to use and to carry. So there's a lot of appreciation in how much value is in this particular knife. And so, obviously, it's a hard user. It was a little bit of an abuser because that is, for the most part, abusing a folding knife that wasn't really meant to be used as a throwing knife. But and some people would look at anything that's got titanium and a high end steel, like this guy's got. I believe S35 VN, and titanium scales. Even though it's not a very big guy, it's a three and a half fingered knife for me. Mostly just a 3-finger knife for most people, unless you had the lanyard doodad, which that bead is the Olight bead. So how cool is that? But no, this, just because it has those kinds of materials, I only paid $65 for it at Blade Show. To me, this is a good, solid, hard, everyday carry user because it's got that Wharncliffe blade shape, which is awesome for breaking down and opening packages and boxes and cutting tape and that kind of, and with a super nice pointy tip like that, detailed work with certain stuff, basic carvings, whatever. Being a very more precisionable blade shape for those types of cutting tasks. Precisionable. Is that a word, or did I just make that shit up? But yeah, so for me, this is a hard, heavier user, even though it's got some fairly more premium materials. What are y'all talking about? I'll shut up for a minute and see what y'all are saying in the chat. Sprinkles are delicate and special, must be protected. Yeah, here's all these side conversations that y'all are having with one another. Anyone get into the Vero Axon fixed blade drop today? I wanted to. I debated. That's a good drop. Are they? They're probably sold out already, aren't they? They gotta be. If it's been going for more than an hour. I really like the design of the blade shape is awesome. For everyday carry stuff, the design that they did with the sheath and the way the extra pocket clip that you can get from them, it makes it a very nice pocket dropping fixed blade that you can very well conceal if desired. So yeah, it's a great knife in a lot of aspects. It's just, I mean, for me, when you get into fixed blades, there's so many that are so similar because they've got such a similar blade shape and similar profile. Because I mean, it's a fixed blade. The best fixed blades out there have a generic profile that people who are way smarter and have way too much time on their hands have calculated all those details, all those factors and specifics and percentages and whatever, and drawn up what the most popular, typical, stereotyped blade shape for a fixed blade, for an everyday fixed blade. There is a generic shape that everything is just so similar to, because they're so similar to one another. Because that's what feels good and what works the best is. I mean, there's not much you want to change in a fixed blade that doesn't end up being crazy dumb or completely unuseful and miserable to have to use, and ends up just being more of a novelty piece. So, I mean, some people buy certain types of fixed blades and swords and stuff as just novelty pieces, just as collection items, decorations to go on the wall. So they don't use them. Probably mostly because they're just not in a shape that's really usable and useful for regular stuff that you would do. So yeah, I didn't get the arrow, the Vero drop on that fixed blade. Just, it's nice, but I don't need it. There's other things that I want that are coming up sooner than you know it, and I got a limited budget, so. Y'all are still just saying hey to people. Let dictionary go, but not. Or okay. Autocorrect. Man, like, words aren't hard enough. If you're using a sword, there's a problems. Yes and no. There are situations that could call for a sword. You never know. You never know. Also, decoration pieces are not built to be used. Exactly. If that's what their intention is just to be a decoration piece, then yeah, it's not intended to be used. But yeah. So I need to get a sword one of these days. Here's another knife, for example. That's another drop that actually happens tomorrow. EMP EDC. The Ronin drops, and if he doesn't know, let me see. Let me pull up Instagram again. I don't know. Does anybody know if he knows if the guy who needs to know knows. That would be G-Ball. Won the anniversary giveaway for the EMP EDC. So he gets a Ronin, another Nimble, like he needs one. That dude has like almost like pretty much every single Nimble there is. But yeah, he gets a free new Ronin, and he gets another Nimble and some pouch and patches and a little bit of swag. So yeah, and G-Ball was on. He was saying in his last couple of lives that like it would be nuts if he won. You know that it would be crazy if he did. I don't know if he's still gonna buy another one with winning one. He might because of the fact that the one that he wins, he might want one of the other color schemes to it. But yeah, when I pull up on Instagram Messenger, G-Ball was last active 18 hours ago. So I don't know what is going on with G-Ball, if he's got a long workday today or what, but he's not. He's not been active on Instagram, not replied to me wishing him congratulations. So, yeah, Dane Ross is rigged. He is a major fan. Yeah, G-Ball 1 brand new. G-Ball 1 it's on Instagram. If you go to the EMP EDC Instagram, he does. Dang Ross, he does look at Instagram, just not as often as he probably should. He'll find out eventually. I'm sure John at EMP EDC, I'm sure he's messaged him or is trying to get a hold of him. But yeah, Maddie, you hush your mouth. EMP is not meh. Everything they come out with is freaking gold. But yeah, he's it's great that he won because he is definitely a fan. I am telling you, as of now, because so many people haven't gotten the chance to hold one, but the Pulse, the EMP EDC Pulse, which is their OTF, if anybody remembers, their actual first knife ever that he did was an OTF. So technically, this is their second OTF. But yeah, they hit a home run with this one, the Pulse, and I was all over it all weekend long for Blade Show. I am not that big of an OTF person. I actually right now only have just the one OTF, and it's a brand that many people are not too kind to. That's what's the name of this brand? Why am I having a stupid brain? Cobra Tech. Sorry, I mean it's the Cobra right there on the thing. Yeah. So this is the only OTF that I got. I wanted to try it out, see if I liked OTFs more or less than automatics. You know, just wanted to see if I would vibe with one or not, to want to carry it or see the value in it. And so, you know, for $90 is what I paid for this one with D2 steel, double action, made pretty darn well. Super minimal blade play. It's got a little bit of back and forth, just the tiniest little bit, you know, far better than what I expected for the price that paid for one. But yeah, this is the only OTF that I've got, and it's all right. It's I carry it. I like to carry it. It's usually what I grab when I'm going on the motorcycle for like a short errand run or whatever, and I gotta put on long pants and I don't have a knife yet in my pants. You know, I'm just going to Walmart for hot dogs or whatever. I'll grab this guy and throw him in the pocket because I can totally, while on the bike, sitting on the bike, I can pull with gloves on, with my motorcycle gloves on, pull this out of my pocket, deploy it, open something up, and put it all back with one hand, with like not even thinking about it, like just total second nature. So, the fact that I can do that, that this works that well when I'm doing something like that on a motorcycle, wearing gloves and trying to quickly, open something up or whatever, the OTF ends up being a great choice for the motorcycle carry. Um, so that's yeah. No, no, thank you. No, thank you. So the Pulse, the EMP EDC Pulse, I'm so excited. It's not till September. It is not till September until those are going to be coming out. So the wait is long and painful. I would love to be able to to have one, to own one sooner than September, because I was going nuts over it. I really fell in love with it for being an OTF. Really, really like it. It's an amazing size. The ergos on it are fantastic. The button on it is exactly perfect, like totally top notch, perfect for an OTF. Um, and the price point that he's, the blade steel that he's putting on, and the price point that's on it, and you get either a Warncliffe blade or a Tonto blade. So you got those two options. Like, it's fucking genius. He's genius. John is genius when it comes to all his knives that he's designed and done up for us. So yeah, so excited for that. Can't wait till picking one of those up. I want it now. I don't wait till September. Um, this guy. Speaking of fantastic Warncliffes, I have not been carrying him as much, because I've really been giving my crawler a lot of attention lately. But this guy and the anodization on it is what kind of, like, I don't not want to use it because it's got such a pretty anodization, but I am a little more conscious about what I'm cutting with this one, because I want to keep it nice. It just looks so freaking pretty. So yeah, it kind of sort of for me is more of pocket jewelry, because of that, because it's new, uh, and it has just the camera on the computer here just does not do it justice. Um, Hell, let me pull up. I'll pull up a good photo of it so you can really see how pretty. Because the camera just, the thing sucks. Where's my folder that I have that in? Nope. Back. Where is it? Where's the photo? Here we are. And present, share screen, window, boom, share. So yeah, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's crazy what you can do as far as anodizing when you have the right skills, right? So damn good looking. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, I mean, but and the way the profile is, the way the angle is of the knife and the handle, the blade and the handle, is very much like a chopper, like a kitchen cutting board chopper. So just, the ergos on it for the blade shape, and the angles and the height difference on the blade to handle, very much a kitchen knife using folder, which is great, which is cool. So, I mean, not only is this great stabby for opening boxes and packages and stuff, but then, hell, freaking wipe it clean and use it in the damn kitchen. Cut your divide up your sandwich on your lunch break, whatever. Great for in that fact. And it's S35VN too. Beautiful knife. Love that knife. So yeah, that kind of pocket jank versus pocket jewelry. But jank also can be seen as a derogatory, as a more negative word than jewelry. That's why I think I said pocket treasure. I think that would be a good way to define it, as pocket treasure, because, but at the same time, like, typically your treasure you don't want to show, because then everybody knows and they're going to try to steal your treasure. But that's not what we do with pocket jewelry. Pocket jewelry, we show off to people. Take a crap load of intimate pictures with it for social media, right? Hey, Mimo. What's up, brother? So yeah, are these guys pocket jewelry? Are these guys more so pocket jewelry than solid users or hard users? And is this a hard user, or is this a hard user? Hell yeah, for me it sure as hell is. People were like, but it's got a black coated blade and you don't want to scratch it up. And I said, fuck, if I get scratches on it because I, used it to destroy something that I needed to destroy and needed a good hard use cutting tool, and it just got the job done extremely well, and it got a scratch or two on it, that's battle scars from it going to battle. That's like my baseball bat that I played with in high school. My main baseball bat. It was not an expensive bat. I liked the color scheme of it was black and gold and silver, and the name of it was an Easton bat, and it's Black Magic was the name written for that model. Black Magic. So, man, every home run and triple and double that I made, bunts, with some really hard thrown fastballs, if something made any kind of a mark, it's a lot of guys, they'll wipe their bats clean. They just want a fresh looking, clean looking bat. Some people feel down to the scientifics of a baseball bat, and if you've got marks on it, residue from the leather of a baseball or whatever, and imprints caked onto it, then you won't. If you hit the ball in that same spot, then the ball might not go as far. So you're doing yourself a discredit by not cleaning off and having a clean looking baseball bat. Me, I looked at it as, oh, these are battle scars. These are, a story I can say about this scar might not be exactly what happened that gave that particular mark. It might be another one, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. You can kind of pick and choose and tell the stories, period. I don't know. I ain't worried about dinner right now. Whatever mommy wants.
Mommy said nothing.
Yeah, well, tell mommy to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I made dinner last night. She can make dinner tonight. I'll make dinner tomorrow night. Yeah. Trade-offs, right? It's all about trade-offs, compromising. Who has to make dinner tonight? Who makes dinner tomorrow night? So, there's some freaking tape and battle scars on the AD 20.5. It's, for some people, this is a bit of a safe queen because of the lock mechanism being as unique as it is, and how much money you may have spent on it or put into it with aftermarket scales or whatever, this might not be a hard user. It was designed it was built like it's built like a tank and designed to be a fantastic with that lock mechanism, just like for a very hard using everyday carrying knife. And the blade shape on it again says murder packages, destroy boxes with it. So it's, the action of it and the fidgetiness of it. It's like this is supposed to made as a heavy use everyday carry, but some people, they dress them up and turn them into safe queens. That kind of doesn't make sense to me. But whatever, right? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But then I go and I deem this as a light user and not a safe queen, even though it's the most expensive knife that I own, and it's got that gorgeous etching design in it. So you might not want to hard use this guy, but sometimes I do. So it's very interesting. That's just, I thought it was a good question to talk about. What is the thought process, and what is the mindset that everybody has of how they use which knife. And some people will never buy a knife that's in their Grail or Safe Queen realm, because because of just funds, or just not having the desire, or not having the desire to spend that much money on that particular knife, because they would rather buy 5 or 6 of these rather than one of these, right? So it's just interesting to think about that. Isn't June Safe Queen month? Well, we're pretty much at the end of June. Well, time's run up on June. June is just about gone bye-bye. Right? But yeah, so I just thought that was a cool thing to share thoughts and views on. Sometimes I have a knife or two that's I have a handful of knives that are limited run, have a number assigned to them, and only so many were made. Dopey. His only Safe Queen is the Milwaukee Fastback he got from me. That's funny. Yeah, so it is what it is, right? I was watching Neves Knives talk about the other day, I believe in a short on YouTube. I believe it was a YouTube short. Yeah. He was talking about the M390 steel and how you can, some M390 you will only pay $100 for. You can get M390 on a blade for $100, but the quality of the heat treatment on an $80 or $90 M390 bladed knife is probably not going to be there for like, it's going to be treated soft and not treated properly to constitute into being a $200 to $300 knife. So yeah, it was it was good that he put that out there for people to think about, and understand, try to help certain people understand. Love this guy. Love the shape and the profile of this. Dope or Grumpy got his in just the other day, and talked about it last night in his live. Really cool ergos. He's going to try it out as a foraging knife, for getting his mushrooms or whatever, all his grubs. But yeah, really cool knife. But yeah, that was interesting to listen to Neve's thoughts on your cheap M390 versus the more expensive M390 and what difference is there, because it's not really a seeable difference until you have been carrying and using this knife or that knife for a good number of days and so many cuts to see how the edge holds up and what the performance is of it. So that was cool to think about. Whatever, right? But Arcane has Arcane Designs. They got a sale going on already for different colored pivot collars and clips and all that hardware stuff. They've got a sale started up for 4th of July. I think a lot of that stuff is 20 to 30% off. So if you're an Arcane owner, Maddie, you got the fully dressed up one. Isn't that what Stevie picked up for you at Blade Show? I was standing right next to him when he did that because he bought. Yeah. Shut up. You're rambling again. So yeah. What's the next knife that everybody wants that's coming out soon? What's the next knife they want? The next knife that's coming out that I want, I'll scroll to it, that I know is coming out. I don't have a picture of it. The next one that I know that's coming out that I want is the Finch Shiv. That's really, really cool. It's going to be one of their budgets. I think $79 is what the price tag is on it. So I'm super anxious to see that one or get that one. Yeah, the Finch Shiv. That's right there. He's got it. Yeah, that Finch Shiv is the next one. July 14th is when we're supposed to be seeing them pop up in retail stores or retail sites, as well as Finch Knives themselves, their own website. But yeah, so that's going to be the next knife that I purchase. And then probably the next one after that is going to possibly be this guy. The Vostein Mayhem. That's going to be the next knife that I really, really want to get. So, yeah. Yeah, I know you and me both, Mimo, want a Warney Pyrite XL. Yeah, the Pyrite is an awesome. I have one. The Pyrite is an awesome with the Warney blade. Is really sweet. White Mountain Knives is coming out with one really soon that has the frag patterned scales on it. But the fact that they came out with a XL Pyrite with the normal Pyrite blade shape makes Mimo, myself, and probably a whole bunch of other people wanting them to do the XL with the Warney blade. The regular blade is like 3.1 something or 3.2 something, real close to 3.2 inches. And I mean, like that's a full size for most people. Even with a large size hand, you can get all 4 fingers on it. Especially when you choke up. But I can see that the XL is probably got more space right here in your forward choil for fatter fingers for larger digits. So that would be probably one reason why many people want to hold off for an XL version of this one, because it'll give you more space there, and just overall more space and just a hair bit more blade length. I mean, and this is a great profile. This is a great shape, handle, and blade shape that is like, yes, you can do an XL of this. You can scale this guy up by 25 to 35%, and people will love it, and it will, be carries. Because what's the length of the blade length of the Mayhem is is over 3.25 inches. I think it was like 3.3 or 3.35 or something like that. You'd have to pull it up because I don't remember totally off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a larger size, and that's very much in many ways, in the general shape, a larger version of this guy. And what do you know? I mean, look at that. There's the handle. There's the blade. I like the bottom one, the Wharncliffe. And I believe, isn't the bottom one the Wharncliffe and the top one the sheep's foot? Or do I got that backwards? Whatever the case, I like the bottom one, I think, better. I don't know. I like them both. I just can't buy both of them. No, I think it was the top that I like the best. Yeah, it's the top one that I like better. But I mean, how in the grand scheme of it, how similar are these? And the Mayhem is a little bit larger. I gotta say that on the Mayhem, their take of the compression lock with a button actuator, I love it. I mean, they nailed it, and that's their first knife that they're doing with that type of lock mechanism. So bravo, pat on the back for them for really hitting it perfect. Yeah. So yeah, good things coming from Vostein over the next 4 to 6 months. They got some nice knives. The Gator, if you like something big, you can already get, I believe, right? Pizza, you leaving? All right. Yeah. What were we talking about? Yes. But yeah, that's the Vostein Mayhem. Really cool. Let me get rid of that. So yeah, so the Shiv, the Finch Shiv, the Vostein Mayhem, and then the next one after that is probably going to be the unless they come out with the XL warning of the Pyrite. But again, I might not buy the Pyrite if I get that Mayhem before they make the XL Pyrite with the Wharncliffe. I might not get the Pyrite Wharncliffe XL if they come out with it after I get my Vostein Mayhem, because I might just be so in love with the Mayhem and just be totally content with it and be like, yeah, I really don't need the Pyrite XL. That kind of happened to me with the Wee Banter and in the Lander 2. I don't care to get the Lander 2. I don't have the Lander 1 even. But the Big Banter, and then also the big Elementum, Civivi Elementum. I didn't get the big Civivi Elementum, and I didn't get the bigger Banter one, just because I didn't feel like either of those knives were going to perform better, or I was going to enjoy them more with them being the even larger size. So I didn't get them. Which oh, the Kunwu Mayhem. You getting one of them? Yeah. So there will be next week. I can't tell if it's going to be on the 4th or the 5th, or maybe even not until. It'll probably be on the evening of the 5th. No, because Maddie, your shit starts at 7:15. Are you doing a live next Wednesday, right? Faction, at normal time, 7:15. So maybe I'll have to look at it, but either the 4th, 5th, or 6th in the evening. I'll probably do it on the 5th or 6th, because on the 4th we're going to a fireworks show, and I want to be able to record or take a couple photos from that, and be able to talk about that fireworks show and how good they did at Helen, Georgia, the little German themed town that's in North Georgia. So yeah, I want to be able to talk about that. So I'll probably do it on the 5th or the 6th, around this probably 3:30, 4 o'clock ish time slot. So look for that. Look for me doing a video and sharing you guys a little bit of how our trip's going and everything, and watch me roast some marshmallows. If that provides enough entertainment for y'all. But yeah, that'll be next week. So midweek, Wednesday or Thursday next week, right after 4th of July. So that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. I'm not going to do a giveaway today, because I'm going to do one for my 4th of July thing next week. Yeah. So Wednesday or Thursday, and therefore I won't be live next Friday. So next week's live is going to be a 4th of July live that I do either Wednesday or Thursday, right after 4th of July. Okay. So that's when I'm going to do a giveaway. Not Faction. The other thing that I wanted to mention was, I know, yeah, you sat here for nothing, Maddie. You know what? No guarantees with me. I can't do a giveaway every single episode. And the main reason why is because I'm not monetized. And I haven't hit 1,000 subscribers. I did because last Sunday I did, because Tri-State did his little thing for his giveaways. If you've not been in Tri-State's lives before, when he does that, he makes you go share some love and attention onto other YouTubers, other YouTube channels. And he tries to pick ones that are close to a milestone, whether it be 1,000 subs or 4,000 subs. He tries to get people past or just beyond, if they're really close, get them up to and beyond a threshold. So he did that for my channel, and I got up to like 1.3 or 1.4 thousand subscribers. But by yesterday, I was back at 962 or something like that. So yeah, I'm not blaming my lack of subs on Tri-State's giveaway. I'm just stating that he got me to past the 1,000, but then I quickly lost it because of exactly what he says people need to make sure they do, is that when you sub to a channel, that you at least watch 15 to 20% of a video and leave a comment. So what he's not mentioning anymore. I think he used to when he first started doing it. Explained what he was doing and why he was doing it, and who he stole it off of. But when you go to the channel that he provides, to the link that he provides in order to leave the comment, Tri-State, or wherever he picks, what he's not mentioning is that you should leave that browser open as a secondary browser that you can then minimize and let that video play, because it's not just only clicking on a video, hitting the like, and leaving a comment that YouTube keeps you and doesn't try to kick you off of a channel that you went to, that you subscribe to, so that YouTube doesn't unsubscribe you by themselves without your permission or approval. If you don't watch at least 20 to 30% of a video, then it's in their algorithm to unsubscribe you without your consent, permission. So you have to just open it up in its own separate tab, hit the like, make the comment, so that you're entered into the giveaway. But then just leave it playing. Just leave it playing, because otherwise it'll unsubscribe you and you won't know that you got unsubscribed, especially when Tri-State's had you subscribed to like 500 channels over the last 2 years. So yeah, do that. Not only subscribe, and make a comment. Let a video play out for at least 20 to 30% of it. Otherwise, it'll kick you off. But hey, if that's your intention, is just to only subscribe to the channel so that you're entered for a giveaway, and you're good with YouTube not keeping you subscribed, then whatever. Then it is what. If that's what you do, then that's what you do. But you're supposed to, what he wants you to do is look into that channel and see if that's content that you enjoy watching, if it's useful content for you and it's worth you staying subscribed to it. But most of y'all don't do that. And I'm not saying you, because I only have like 7 or 8 of y'all in my chat right now. But yeah, I mean that's the it is a, you know what, Gone Ori, it sounds like a lot of work. It's really not. It's really not. It is really not. You spend more work stuffing your face with pizza on a Friday. You can literally accomplish all of that while you're still stuffing your face with pizza on a Friday evening. So don't tell me that's a lot of work. Don't tell me that that's a lot of work. But again, yes, Mass Faction, I understand that so much of it is not given to the YouTuber, but just revenue for YouTube. It doesn't support the goals for smaller channels, but it helps a little bit. With how much it costs for me to ship something, whether it's anywhere from $7 to $15, depending on what it is and how far it's going, where it's going. It's $7 to $15 is what I've been spending on to ship things out to friends and giveaway channel members. $7 to $15, and then the actual giveaway items value, I'm not, because I am not monetized, because I don't even get pennies, a handful of pennies every month, because I'm not a huge channel. My giveaways, I can do maybe one a month right now at this point, is what I can financially afford to do, and that's all I desire to do as of now. it cost me $7 to $15 to send it to you, and then I'm giving you, stickers that I received for free from the small number of galls that I've won, and or picking them up at Blade Show, or picking them up from packages when I buy knives from different retail sites. But those are your stickers that you're getting. So I've not had to pay for any stickers that I would give away in a gall that has to do with our community. So you get the stickers, aren't costing me anything. You're getting a knife that I have most of the time unboxed, used just a little bit for maybe a day or two, and then it's either been set aside and done a video on it or taken a couple photos with it, and then it's set aside as something that I personally don't like enough to want to keep and use and feel like it would be a great thing to pass along to somebody else. That's how most of us determine what knives are giveaways. Or we got it for free from another giveaway, and again, Tri-State got like 4 or 5 of those one knives, and each one costs like $300. It's nuts. But he seems to be my example today for a number of things. But yeah, he got like 5 or 6 of those things, and each one was like $300. The little 2-bladed deal. But yeah, so he's gonna has or will give a few of those away because he's not gonna keep all of them. And he might, one of them will probably get put up for being a pass around. But yeah, so I mean, it might not, once being monetized as a small channel, then I'll be able to put together $100 to $200 packages, giveaway packages. But right now my packages are less than $60. 95% of them have been less than $60. I include a $20 to $40 or $45 pocket knife, and then I go. G-Ball doesn't even know. G-Ball doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. Don't tell him. Y'all don't tell him. Make him figure it out. Don't tell him exactly what he won. Do not tell G-Ball what he won. Let him figure it out. Make him work for it. Okay? Y'all make him work for it. Don't tell him. Don't. Make him work for it. He'll figure it out. He's a smart man. He's a top cookie. But yeah, now G-Ball is frantically figuring out, what the hell did I win? I gotta check this. I gotta check that. Let him do it. Make him do it. He can do it. There you go, Dopey. Dopey's always putting himself out there. Gotta hand it to him for that. He's got no fear. But now don't lie to him. Don't lie to him. No, yeah, that's right, Brandon. He's probably 20 minutes back on the video and in the chat. Did he find G-Ball found out? He finally found out. Yeah. If you do that, take video. You should do a video, G-Ball, of your excitement from winning. What river are you on, brand new? Yeah, everybody time at 5:01. G-Ball found out. Oh, that's funny. Take a video of how excited you are, G-Ball. No, I have a good giveaway set up for next week, which again will be Wednesday or Thursday next week, as a after post 4th of July celebration and giveaway while I'm up there in the Georgia mountains having fun with family. So I will do a giveaway. It'll be a good one, but my bigger one, my next big one, is supposed to be at 1,000 subscribers. But like I said, Tri-State tried to get me there, and he got me there for like a day and a half, and then a whole bunch of them dropped off. So I'm at like 960 something, but that's okay. But as soon as I get monetized, and as soon as I get some dollar donations, 50-cent donations, whatever, it will make shipping out the giveaways a little easier on me. And then, just with time, I'll get up to maybe Tri-State's level of being able to give away a $300 knife. Maybe one day. But yeah, so if you're just got in here, I'm sorry, you are way too late. What's up, Todd? We got two Todds. Or no, that's Tom. Sorry, I can't. There's Todd. Canada represent. Yeah, so I got one of the Apache cases. If you just popped in, before this live, I was decking it out with stickers from channels, from YouTube channels. So if I don't have your YouTube channel sticker, please send me one. Please message me on Instagram, or get you can email me at urbanwoodsman87 all together, all lowercase, at gmail.com if you are the emailing preference type. But yeah, I'll give you my address so you can send me some channel stickers, or if you've got a whole crap ton of channel stickers to other channels and you want to hit me up and see what I don't have so that I can cover the rest of the Lynch Northwest sticker right here where it says Apache 3800. That area is actually going to be reserved for my channel sticker, which will be happening soon, before the end of the summer. But yeah, so that spot right there that's my spot. That's for an Urban Woodsman sticker, which I will get done either in July. Yeah, sometime in July, I will end up getting my stickers. That will be my task for July. But yeah, so then the next big giveaway is going to be for my 1,000 subscribers, and my mindset is, knowing how YouTube works, is I've got to be past 1,000 subscribers for at least 2 months. Before I will do a 1K giveaway, because I don't want to do a 1K giveaway for reaching 1,000 and then the next week I'm down to 983. Right? So I've got to reach past that goal and maintain it for at least a handful of months. But yeah, it'll be easier the little bit of donations that y'all give me. You know, everybody knows that, you know, if I only get 30 cents to every dollar that you give, which it's not, it's more than that. Not much more, but I think it's like 45 cents per dollar. You know, if you give me $5 once a month, or $4 once a month, or $3.99 or whatever, and a dozen of y'all do that, that just about paid for shipping. That easily paid for shipping for the next giveaway. It just makes it easier. Just makes it a little easier. That way I can give a little more often, just like everybody else, right? So do what you can when you can. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it with that. Always do what you can when you can, and don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Spread the love, spread the joy. But yeah, hopefully Finch will send me, because I bugged them about it. They will send me a shiv before the 14th, so I could do I would love to do it. I would love to do it for two reasons. One, I would love for them to just send me that knife, to just, you know, have that knife on the sooner than later and experience it and put out a video on it. But two, the video I would put out on it, I actually know someone that with our not so wonderful justice system, spent 10 years in jail for being in the wrong place at the wrong time and getting thrown into a position that he never intended to be in. So, but he's had those 10 years. So I'm hoping, like, if Finch would send me that knife, I would get him to do the video on that knife and let somebody experience something that has that name that's common for what is used in that environment, and just get his point of view on it. I just think that would be cool to get that point of view on a knife that was named or somewhat designed to be that in style and nature. So that would be cool. That would be cool for me to be able to do that video, and spend a little bit of time with that guy. I think it would be neat to just get that perspective on a knife from somebody that's got that background somewhat recently. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So, y'all talking about sending stickers and stuff. Yeah. Delivery from Mars may take years. But yeah. So y'all have a good weekend. Mine's going to be a little bit busy. I got shit to do before we take off for our little mini vacation. But yeah, y'all have a good weekend. Take care. Be safe. Sharpen your knives. Clean your knives.
Deal with me for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the wife's off for 2 weeks. Being a nurse, that's like unspeakable.
I got some PTO.
Yeah, she had a whole bunch of PTO time that she needed to use, and so yeah, 2 whole weeks of the wife not working. What am I gonna do? There's so much that I'm not gonna be able to get away with.
What?
Yeah, what?
I'm gonna rewatch that.
All right. Yeah. Y'all have a good one. I'm in the doghouse again. Bye-bye.